Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General Dempsey, welcome back. Let's talk about the situation in Egypt. There's been disagreement in Washington about the wisdom of continuing to provide assistance to the Egyptian military in light of recent events there. When I look at Egypt, I don't see very many Jeffersonian Democrats, but I believe the Egyptian military has acted with great professionalism and restraint throughout the 3 years of difficult transition since the 2011 ouster of Hosni Mubarak. I believe one of the primary reasons there's not been far more bloodshed and suffering during this time of transition is the support the United States has provided to Egypt through foreign military sales and military-to-military cooperation. In light of recent events, some have called for the end of these programs. Let me tell you how I feel about this and our commitments under the Camp David Accords, and then let you respond. First, we must maintain the strength of this relationship to enable us to assist and influence Egypt's military leaders. Second, the United States would be short-sighted to overlook the return on investment we get from the Egyptian military. For example, Suez Canal transits for our carrier battle groups, intelligence cooperation, counterterrorism cooperation. These are examples of the benefits we derive from this relationship. Third, the Egyptian military has played a stabilizing role during Egypt's transition. And fourth, our commitments under the Camp David Accords have yielded sustainable peace between Israel and Egypt. We must acknowledge Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu's statement this weekend on Face the Nation that the Camp David Accords have been, quote, the cornerstone of peace between us and our neighbors, and it's also been the cornerstone of stability in the Middle East, unquote. General Dempsey, do you agree with me regarding the importance of military-to-military relationships as enablers of U.S. foreign policy?
I do, Senator.
And do you agree with me that we should continue to maintain and foster the strength of U.S.-Egyptian military relationship?
I do. If our government decides that they have to take some action based on existing legal frameworks and restrictions, I would recommend that we find a way to restore those as quickly as possible, even if it meant conditioning them some way. But I very strongly believe we have to maintain our contact with the Egyptian armed forces.
And do you have any reason to believe, as some have feared, and as some fear now, that weapons and equipment that we provide to the Egyptians, or that we have provided in the past, have been used or will be used or would be used in ways that might eventually endanger the United States military or civilian personnel or United States interests?
There's no indication at this point, Senator, that that would be a concern.
And in your opinion, was the elected government of Mohamed Morsi moving toward a dictatorship?
If I could, I'd like to use this opportunity to express my conversations with my counterpart. I can tell you they very strongly believe that.
Okay, well, let me just ask you then, before I move on to another topic. I made some pretty emphatic statements. Would you like to elaborate? I'll give you an opportunity to elaborate on what you've said about the relationship that we've had and the assistance and the sales that we've had with the Egyptian military.
Thank you. It goes, my own personal experience with it goes back to when I commanded CENTCOM in 2008. And I can tell you that they have, they're a very strong partner of the United States, a very key nation in the region. As you put it yourself, we enjoy preferential passage in the Suez, dynamic overflight. They've committed to the Camp David Accords. The Israeli military considers the Egyptian military a strong partner. And so in my personal experience, which goes back now about 5 years, they are worth the investment.